What's up, YouTube? Timu's here. Now of course with History of the World Part Two premiering tomorrow, I'm of course doing my reviews for Mel Brooks films. Now, of course, I just talked about Blazing Saddles, which got released all the way back in 1974. That's not the only Mel Brooks movie that got released that year. Another film that he actually did not one but two films that same year, and one of which is the horror comedy Young Frankenstein. Now, Young Frankenstein again got premiered all the way back in 1974. Starring the late great Gene Wilder as his respected medical lecturer, Dr. Frederick Frankenstein, or Frankenstein, as they always call it. And he, of course, learns that he has inherited his famous grandfather's estate in Transylvania, and so he arrives at the castle, and Dr. Frankenstein soon begins to recreate his grandfather's experiments with the help of servants, Igor, played by the late great Marty Feldman, Igna, played by Terry Garr, and the fearsome Frau Blücher, played by the late great Cloris Leachman. And he also creates his own monster, played by Everybody Loves Raymond star Pierre Boyle. And there's also new complications ensue with the arrival of the doctor's fiancee, Elizabeth, played by Madeline Kahn. And Peter Boyle was great at playing the monster. I mean, you can really buy him as a monster perfectly here. Of course, he would go on to play Raymond's dad and Everybody Loves Raymond. He was great in that. Marty Feldman, him as Igor, by the way, you can really buy him as Igor because in real life he always had those eyes that was far apart. And man, Marty Feldman was pretty much a legend in his own rights. You know what I mean? Of course, he just if you guys don't know, Marty Feldman was also a British comic, and he's done some other cool stuff over the year, decades as well. Whether it was, let's say, silent movie, Yellowbeard. I mean, he was really a comedy legend there. And of course, Cloris Leachman was great in this. You also had Gene Hackman having a part in this. Mel Brooks actually voiced a werewolf. You had some really cool supporting players. Kenneth Marr was also in this, playing this Expector. The writing is great. I mean, definitely, of course, it was pretty much a parody of the iconic Boris Karloff Frankenstein movie. And it is still a train. I mean, it's definitely one of the best Frankenstein incarnations we've had. Maybe, maybe next to Boris Karloff's Frankenstein. But this is still really a train. It's very funny. It also has some it even has a really nice soundtrack to it. It even got adapted a couple times as a musical adaptation. But yeah, if you guys have never really seen Young Frankenstein, it's very humorous. Really, the black and white aspects is really terrific to watch. I mean, you can really, definitely, one of the funniest Frankenstein-based horror comedies we've had over the years. So, yeah, you can actually find it on HBO Max, and it did pretty well too. It made about I can't remember how much this thing made. It made about 86.2 million. Did really well there. So yeah, if you guys have never really seen Young Frankenstein, do yourself a favor. The visuals is stunning. Gene Wilder is hilarious in this, like he always has. But yeah, Young Frankenstein is a great one. Anyway, let me leave you guys. Have you ever seen Mel Brooks' Young Frankenstein? If so, what show? Were you a fan of it? Were you not a fan of it? Favorite scenes, favorite moments? Where would it rank in your favorite Mel Brooks films? Drop comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell for notification. This is Timur signing out.